tea, fresh kids.
Good evening and welcome to this week's episode of Tea Time Tuesday. I'm Rich Kelton.
And I'm Griffin Kelton. Tonight we're having a mint medley, which is a black tea base with mint and lemongrass. It's actually part of our tea club in August. And I'm having it hot and Rich is having it
Iced.
Tonight's a bit of a different episode. We're actually going to be reviewing tea. We're actually going to be answering some certain questions people have had. Just talking about tea in general.
Moving on, we're going to be talking about basics of tea. And so we're going to start off with basically basics and basically. Mm-hmm. Great.
Yeah.
I'm going to maybe look up.
Moving on.
Yeah.
First question.
What is tea and where is it found?
Okay. Tea is actually an evergreen plant. It's called Camellia sinensis, the tea plant. There's two variants. There's the sinensis variant and the Samaka variant. Sinensis is where we get all our white teas, our green teas, a lot of black teas as well. The Samaka, you're only going to get black tea from. It's actually just grown in India. And where tea is from, it's all over the world. There's tea grown in Africa, the Middle East, parts of Europe, America, even part of South America. Primarily, though, it's all going to be from Asia for the most part.
Okay. And how is it produced? How is it, or not produced, but how is it picked and harvested?
Two ways. One, it's either going to be harvested, hand-picked, hand-harvested, hand-prepared, or with bag teas usually it's going to be machine processed and machine picked, things like that. Okay.
Now, we at Tea Time Tuesday do loose leaf tea. And basically, one of the reasons we do that is because it's fresher. It's going to be fresher, it's going to be a higher quality. Mm-hmm. But what is the biggest difference between our teas and what you'd buy at the grocery store or get at Starbucks?
Okay. To be frank, not to insult anybody, but bag tea is basically crap. Just going to throw it out there. What you get with bag tea is tea that's been sitting out for a long time. It's on the shelves for months. It's tea that's ground up into a powder and put into a bag. You can overbrew it really easily, get way too strong. Bag teas, in general, really bad. Loose tea, you have the full leaf, so you get to watch a beautiful leaf unfurl in your cup. You get to taste certain flavors of the tea you may not encounter in a bag tea, and you have much more control over how the tea is prepared, how strong it is, things like that.
What about the different types of tea? What are all the different types and some of the stuff that we're going to carry and what we're not carrying at this point?
Really good question. So the different kinds of tea, everyone knows of green tea and black tea.
Right.
Oolong's been an upcoming theme. A lot of people know about oolong now. There's also white tea, which I guess actually most people know about as well.
Only because of the Snapple commercial.
Pretty much, yeah. We picked a tiny little bud.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of a different one. So
okay, and then there's pu-erh tea as well. Pu-erh tea is tea that's either aged, loose, or it's been compressed into a brick. Black tea obviously is tea that's been fully oxidized, can have the strongest flavor, most caffeine. Oolong is a midway point between no oxidation and full oxidation. You're usually going to hit 30% to 80% oxidation. So light caffeine content, lighter flavor, or fuller caffeine content, fuller later. Green tea, teas that are not oxidized at all. It's either pan-fired or steamed to stop the oxidation process. And then you also have white tea that's just not oxidized at all, withered and dried, and that's it.
Oh. Also, we have herbal teas.
Yeah.
And the fruit teas, which are basically herbs and fruit.
Mm-hmm. So
it's not like an apple that you're going to put in a teapot, but it's going to be like the dried fruit and different stuff like that.
We have one more question?
One more question.
Do we?
Do we? I think we covered it all.
Yeah, I think we got it. So
we're good to go.
You now know what tea is, where it's from, the difference between bagged and loose, and you also know the different kinds of teas.
So thanks for tuning in. Make sure to check us out Thursday. We'll have a mini episode covering a couple other things. And that's a wrap.
All right. Take care.